So good morning everyone. चलिए आगे पढ़ेंगे. Yoga acts. Frequently asked questions. I want to learn yoga, but I am worried that it goes against my religion. Answer is, if anything, yoga makes you much more religious than what you are already are and enables you to observe the essence of the religion you are born into. In Mumbai, some of the most well-known yoga gurus and strong advocates of daily asana practice are Father Joe Pereira, a priest from Bandra Church who taught yoga to addicts in the Kripa Foundation. Samin Akhtar, who has even authored a few yoga books. Jubin Jarthoti Manes, to whom the Devi Mandir in Matunga has let out its hall permanently and from whom I currently learn. None of them have become less Christians, Muslim, or Parsi than what they were. Yoga Vidya belongs to the collective wisdom of Indian sages and gurus and uplifts the life of every being who comes in contact with it. Just like the sun shines as brightly, whether one is rich or poor, Baha'i or Jew. Next question. I am more interested in the mental aspects than this physical circus. What yoga school should I join? Answer is Patanjali. The sages who compiled the best practice across all yoga schools in India believed that the way to progress in a sustainable manner is to follow the Ashtanga in its order of hierarchy. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dhyana, Dharana, Samadhi. Until the body is put through a really rigorous preparation, it is in no position to control the wild elephant that is prana. The link to the bodily and mentally processes. Taming or controlling a wild elephant is a matter of skill or discipline. A well-trained elephant could carry loads for you, an untrained one crushes you under its loads. Metaphors like these and many more that have been passed through the oral tradition indicate that jumping straight to the mental processes can be disastrous and defeat the very purpose of yoga. The breath, much less the mind, cannot be used for the inner journey if the body hasn't learned to stay still. So sorry, no shortcuts here. Asanas done correctly direct the breath and the mind to move inward and train the senses to listen to the intelligence of both. This remains a foolproof, time tested, and shall I say, the only way to the real union of our yoga. The best school then is the school that teaches you to be patient, with the mental processes and emphasize the importance of disciplining the body and the senses first. Next question. Isn't power yoga better than yoga? Now that depends on your definition of yoga. Power and better. I'm going to assume that you mean that power yoga is some fast movements put together, and better means that it will lead to you getting thinner faster. I believe it is better to have enough power in your mind to stay disciplined with your yoga practice and to be happy with the way we will do. But to answer your question, a fast and vigorous movement is not power. And if you read the chapter, you will know what it takes to qualify as yoga. Also, anything that is approached scientifically and systematically does lead to you gaining power, agility, flexibility, strength, endurance, bone density, muscle tone, etc., and reduction in body fat. And what is currently doing rounds as a power yoga is neither yoga nor power. It is one of those sweat profusely, lose weight quickly philosophies, which I am sure by this time you have learned to see through. Next question, but yoga is only for flexibility, na? What should I do for weight loss? Now, nothing is further away from the truth. Yoga is as much about strength, endurance, and cardiorespiratory fitness as it is about flexibility. It addresses all of the fitness parameters, both the aerobic and the anaerobic system, and in fact goes beyond the physical aspects of keeping you fit and fit. It has the power to give a new direction to your life altogether. You view your food differently, your body differently, you understand temptation, employ reasons, and being to cherish and respect your body like never before. Responsible behavior with the body invariably leads to a lighter, fitter body, which will eventually even lead to weight loss and tons of it. But come on, can we start appreciating life beyond weight loss? Next question, can I do yoga in the evening? Sure, you can. Anytime is a good time for yoga practice. Next question, there is no good teacher or your teacher or yoga school where I live. Can I start my practice by following books or series? Absolutely. That is the idea of having books. Light on yoga inspire millions to practice asanas daily, and it has exhaustive instructions and pictures to help you understand the how and why of every asana. There is also a book from the Bihar School of Yoga called Asana Pranayama Mudra Bandha, which describe asanas, and Divine Life Society sells a small booklet which teaches you how to do what they call the 12 basic postures correctly. And for beginners, I like Geeta Iyengar's Yoga in Action, a preliminary course, and for kids, the Yoga for Children by Rajiv and Swati Chanchanai. I believe all these books are available in bookstores or can be ordered online. I would, in fact, even say that if you have to choose between learning from one of these books or a teacher you are not sure about, Go with the books. Next, everyone in my yoga class can do the asanas much better than I can. It is demotivating. Answer. It's truly is demotivating to hear that you are busy looking at other people instead of focusing on your own asana. So first thing first, watch yourself both with the inner and outer eyes. How you feel within with every asana and how every adjustment you make in the leg, hip, back, or even in the fingers and toes affects this inner experience. The purpose of yoga, after all, is to sharpen the senses to move within. The exact opposite of taking them outward and watching other people. And it helps to remember that yoga is not some competition or method to gain a smaller waist, more strength, flexibility, and stamina. Those are byproducts, but not the purpose of yoga. And remember, with asanas, it is much more important to follow the right technique than reaching the final posture. The motive behind doing asana is to progress and focus within. And once you look within, you will be filled with the motivation to move buildings and build bridges. Next question. My teacher insists of doing various kriyas, etc. Should I do them? The Hatha Yoga Pradipika describes certain kriyas but advises extreme caution and discrimination in using them. And because Hatha Yoga practice are taught in as an unbroken chain of Guru Sishya Parampara, the Guru uses extreme discretion before asking you to perform any kriya, including the popular Kapalabhati or the simple Neti. My body type, for example, is not meant for any of the kriyas, so I don't do any of them, nor have been, nor have I been advised by any teacher to do so. BK Iyengar says that asanas themselves carry out all the purification work that is required by the body, thus eliminating the need to do kriya for cleansing purposes. The kriyas are meant for therapeutic purposes and should be taught of as a therapy or drug with high potency. And just like drugs should not be bought over the counter and without prescription. Similarly, kriya should not be performed just because everyone else is doing it in class. In fact, if some kriya has been prescribed for everyone in the class, that itself is an indication of the fact that your teacher is not using discrimination with this high potency drug. So next question, I do daily meditation for 1 hour. Should I continue that or start doing asanas? Meditation is not something that goes against asana practice and vice versa. Both complement each other. Asana, in fact, are thought of as active meditation and an essential, non-negotiable aspect of the mental preparation required to finally meditate with eyes closed. So, no, you don't have to stop one to start another. Asanas, if anything, will only make your meditation deeper and steadier. So, what about pilates? Isn't it just like yoga? Pilates does use some postures that are inspired from yoga, but they are quite different from each other. Yoga is a philosophy of which asana practice is an integral part and is about going beyond the physical body to the Anamaya Kosa. And pilates is about posture and working your core. So if you are doing pilates, do it for pilates, not because it is like yoga. Also, do complement it with a wholesome exercise program. I am afraid that inversion and back bends will cause injury, and my doctor has already asked me to avoid all forward bends. Come on. First of all, did you get injured doing either a back bend or an inversion? The answer in all probability is no. The weak back is a gift that comes with sitting around, chilling in coffee shops, getting stuck in traffic, being being on con calls, etc. The inversion is a wonderful opportunity to let your spine and legs not be loaded with your body weight. The back bends make the back both stable and strong and are essential part of the routine that is required to build a strong back and hold an erect spine. The forward bends also help you stretch the back and teach you to extend your spine. All that is required for you to do back bends, inversion, forward bends, and any other or anything under the earth safely is good technique. So asanas can teach you not just how to lengthen your spine, employ your erector spine, and strengthen your back, but also help you strengthen your legs, which not just help prevent injuries, but also teaches you a great deal about how to fall, how to break a fall and protect the joints. So, no, they won't just cause injuries, but will help you reduce the intensity of damage and speed up recovery should you ever get injured in the future. So, is it safe for children to do yoga? I read TV viewing, playing of games on gadgets among the most unsafe activities for children, both physiologically and psychologically. Both the mind and the body of children are malleable, and asanas will ensure that they remain open and fearless in the mind, body, and spirit. Asana practice is not just safe but highly recommended for young children and adolescents. One of its big advantages is that it delays and smoothens the process of puberty. Extremely important in this day and age when kids seem to mature, lose innocence rather at a very early age. Other than that, of course, it improves their strength, flexibility, endurance, and bone density. But two things are super critical here. Number one, the teacher. Number two, the family. The teacher needs to be experienced and a serious practitioner of the art, of her art, and should have the sensibility to not teach your child meditation, pranayama, concentration, or any such esoteric stuff and stick to asana and openly praise the child often. The family, most importantly, the parents should be practicing asana too, not because they want to encourage the child to take to yoga to improve math scores or whatever, but because they believe in its philosophy and want to live by it. The book Yoga for Children is a good guide. So आज के लिए इतना ही. कल नेक्स्ट चैप्टर पढ़ेंगे, पुटिंग इट ऑल टुगेदर.